gear ratio on that 65?
1451 on that 65, all right.
Hey, there's a Yamaha out front. Not the number 2. Is that Canyon Richards?
I think in this class that would be his number. No, I think it was 7, I thought, in this class.
There's the 73 with a great start. That's Wyatt Thurman out of Temecula, California. So this is where the Team Green program starts. They have their hired gun is, of course, they can only hire a rider or a jet. So the best rider available, his name was Ryder Ellis. They hired him. He's winning motos on that Kawasaki. Where is he at right now, though?
Ellis pretty fast in his 50 class, as you were mentioning as well. Here we are into the 10 commandments. So Thurman has the whole shot. He's quickly been pushed back to 3rd.
By the 58 of Darren Pine. Pine out front now. Thurman in the number 2 spot. The classic orange or yellow mohawk, just to differentiate your kid from everybody else. That's why you do it. You can't put a whip antenna, I guess, on the bike to...
Oh, like a glass?
Right. Yeah. So that dad can make out who your kid is, because they all look the same. Most of them on the same color bikes. Generally the same color gear.
The Glamis whip flag. Wow, that'd be interesting. Throw that thing sideways.
Whips it on somebody else, your competitor.
All right, so Pine with that mohawk. Is Pine with the mohawk? No, Pine's in the lead. Second place is Gage Dunham. I think he's the Mohawk Warrior. Darren Pine out front.
And then you have the number 8 machine of Wyatt Thurman on the Yamaha YZ65. Got to take that outside line, just carving up that sand there. It's freshly manicured, groomed West Kane out there with laying out some gray gold for those guys to ride on, nice and smooth.
Into the sand beach turn we go. It was tightening up for just a second, and then Pine able to put the power down. And it's right now about 5-6 bike lengths here as we get to the end of lap 1. Let's see if the 65s take this Bermuda Triangle final corner. They smoothed the ruts a little bit, made life easier on them.
Oh, no doubt. So Ryder Ellis back in about the number 7 spot. Got a little bit of work to do. He was your first moto winner. Whoa, Ryder goes down on the face of the step up. That was going to pick that bike up backwards. Who is that young man there? Maybe the 57 of Wyatt Duff, and it was Wyatt Duff. It slapped him right into the face of that step up. Racers. Oh, okay, we got a different...
Yeah, we got people scared up here.
The Racers, the participant goes down by the number of 57. You say Ryder down, then he's like, oh, I got a rider in this one. His name is Ryder. Don't do that to me. So top 10 when they came through, it's Davey Collins in the number 10 spot, Jackson McCarty 9th, Maverick Gish in the number 8 spot, Ryder Ellis 7th, Cooper Johnson 6th, Brandon Comerford is 5th, Wyatt Duff 4th, Wyatt Thurman, a pair of Wyatts 3rd and 4th, Gage Dunham is 2nd, Darren Pine, your leader, but we've lost Wyatt Duff. He is going to be down a few positions.
Could he have been the one that went down there?
Ryder is 3rd now? Wow, Ryder Ellis went from 7th to 3rd.
Down. That's the 2nd time I've seen him down this week. He had a good battle earlier, lost the front end. Now you see that 44 of Ryder Ellis has made up a ton of ground with a couple riders going down.
Oh, Christopher Harris back into the 39th. The first moto, tough break for him.
And also back there, Gage Brown, one of the favorites in the 50cc classes. So you're starting to see a little bit of that inconsistency now for the first time.
Ryder Ellis says, I don't like ruts right now. There's a rut here, rut there. He goes, nope, I'll just ride on the little inside in between them. He's doing it there.
So Ryder Ellis, man, he took advantage of all the mistakes by others. He's moved up quite a bit. He was 7th at the end of lap 1. Let's see where he is now.
I believe 3rd.
Yeah. So Pine, Dunham, and there's Ellis. Up into Wyatt Thurman, who got that hole shot. I think Thurman is still there in 3rd. So it's 4th for Ryder Ellis. Oh, battle for the lead is on. Gage Dunham, the Mohawk Warrior, going after Darren Pine.
Pine is under the attack of Dunham for sure. Going into that left-hander, no real deep ruts for them to contend with right now. They can set it in that one, no sweat. We got those. We ride those. We don't ever get a chance to ride these 8-foot deep ruts. Those are tricky. And there's our 3rd place rider, still Thurman on the number 8 machine. Ryder Ellis picking up a few spots into the number 4 spot.
Oh, you can hear this crowd, man, cheering these guys on. It's a close battle up front. And diving down to the inside is Dunham.
Woo. Right at the mechanics area. Does he even look over at Dad? Nope. Not even worried about what you're riding on that thing. He's got work to do. Now, do you think that Mohawk is a disadvantage? catching all that wind, the drag coefficient, does it get in the way of the GoPro?
Yeah, you know, and plus you want to lean in with your head in these corners, but it's kind of a lag time for that Mohawk to fully flop over to the side. No, they actually look over at each other. Dunham on the left side with the Mohawk.
Got it.
Makes the pass.
I think that's an Indian headdress. Maybe he's got a little Cherokee Indian in him.
Scalped him right there, taking over the lead.
Easy scalping.
I know.
You don't know.
I can't do that anymore. Let's see if Pine can hang with him now that Dunham has the lead. Wyatt Thurman still holding third. Ryder Ellis fourth. Cooper Johnson in fifth. Maverick Gish is sixth. Jackson McCarty, Travis Johnsmeyer eighth. Davey Collins moving from 10th to 9th. And Bentley Walker rounds out the top 10.
Well, how about this? The results are going to be all kind of goofy. Gage Dunham finished fifth in the first moto. Thurman was sixth. Pine was third. And Ellis was your winner. We just kind of flipped them all around.
What the? How does that even happen?
Man.
And this season 19, saw him right there. That was Gage Brown. Again, running that all-white gear like he did in the 50cc division.
He must have a bleach sponsorship for sure.
So Christopher Harris and Gage Brown, they're fast, but they are in 33rd and 34th. So obviously problems early in this race for them. And they are significantly faster than the riders in front of them. They just ran a 2:27 and a 2:28 outside the top 30. Good 15 seconds faster than the riders in front of them. Ooh. And we got another rider down the 52.
Oh, not sure.
Yeah, not seeing it on the board here. Hope he's okay. He was sitting up.
52 would be Bronx.
Oh,
Grundy.
Bronx Grundy. Yeah, 12th place.
No relation to Ted Bundy.
Wait a minute. Battle is on.
There it is, right in front of us again in
Darren
stereo.
Pine coming back. Well, how about that? Gage Dunham able to track him down, then pulled away a little bit. Now Pine has figured out the lines. He's going to run the outside before the billboards. Can he walk this tightrope? Is there any room down here? There was not. So Dunham holds him off, at least for the moment, but now he's got to deal with those huge bumps on the inside of the mechanics area.
Yeah, Pine's just riding the smoother lines there, looking for a mistake with Dunham bouncing around in some of those ruts, as he almost made a big one there.
Yeah, both feet off the pegs for Pine.
Thankfully, the ACL is not fully developed, or he would have lost it right there. It comes in about 12, right, Timmy? You're blowing yours out, right? Multiple times?
Multiple ACLs.
How old is your ACL in like dog years? It's 400 years. It's like Travis Pastrana, right? Old knees.
He got a collection. They gave him a 6-pack of ACLs. Here, just take a couple of these. Take a couple of these home with you in case you need another one.
Keep them on ice.
Yep. Hey, Wyatt Thurman on that Yamaha actually staying in touch with the leaders as they battle each other, and they're definitely pushing each other to make some mistakes. Then Ryder Ellis fourth, but the gap's about 5 seconds further back for him. Out of Storyland into this back section. Yeah, you said it, Kevin. Pine just using those wide, smooth outsides.
Dunham protecting, so that's kind of smart. I guess that's what he has to do. Don't want to give up that inside line. Pine will sneak up in there. Wyatt Thurman is absolutely there on the blue Yamaha. Right in the shot. White helmet, but there's our second place rider of Darren Pine. Man, those rollers are just unbelievable.
You know, that's very true. And I was just sitting here thinking about that. You know, talking with a couple of the guys down on the podium there just a few minutes ago. They mentioned about the track being a little more hard packed today, which is a lot different than what it has been the previous couple of days. Even Max saying a little more California-ish out there, the way things are breaking down. But yet it's still a very rough racetrack, even though it may not be as rough as it has been earlier in the week.
Yeah, I would agree. It's not quite as loamy, but still very rough and rolly, and the ruts are there.
Right.
They have worked on it. They just worked the track a few minutes ago, and it'll get worked right back into shape here.
I think he said he's using more of like a paddle tire back there, which, you know, would warrant grabbing great traction in that deep sand. So you're right. The ruts are still there, but they are getting a little bit harder packed than what they have been in the past.
And it did rain the day before we went to practice, so the rain was nice and deep, and it slowly starting to dry out just a bit over the course of a few days.
You see the challenge of getting that goggle strap over that orange Mohawk and really get up close in that billboard turn. Probably have to spend about 45 minutes in front of the mirror to really get that goggle to Mohawk dialed in at just the right height.
Well, that's what Mom's for. She's got all day to get that figured out.
You think they could run some hair product in that? Maybe the Fro pick, get that thing real high up? I'll tell you who knows all about it. Darren Pine has spent 3 laps staring at the back of that helmet.
He can tell you all about it.
Yep, from second place.
Some of that Aussie Shine Instant Freeze, level 9 total control hairspray will keep that thing locked down.
Yeah, we went with the paste, not the hairspray. Look at Wyatt Thurman closing up a little bit each time.
Those are Liberty spikes, in fact. There is the 58 we're watching, Darren.
Whoa!
Wow, a little one-legger for the ladies. It's a risky move, man. The judges like it, but kind of early to be celebrating in second.
I don't think that's Kevin. He's just made a mistake, dude.
Oh, okay.
I was not showboating.
Okay.
Yep.
Different lines there again, way deep, but the ruts are everywhere in that turn.
Yeah, there's no avoiding it there. Wyatt Thurman ran a 2:19.2, a little bit quicker than your leader Dunham at 2:19.3, and Pine at 2:21.2. So this is going to be Wyatt Thurman's race. He's going to have the whole shot. He's going to have the lead, and then he's going to run out of time to catch them and win the moto. Have you ever heard of that scenario before?
Never.
He got the whole shot, but then he ran out of time in his comeback bid. Because in the second half of this race, he's picked the pace back up, and he's catching the lead duo. There he is. He's now right up to Pine.
Absolutely right there. And he didn't put his foot down hardly there. Kicks the old ankle or the knee out there with the gear shift. Classic old school gear shifting technique his dad taught him. So we got second, third, definitely within striking distance. Good little battle shaping up between Pine and Thurman. Pine tar, don't want to run it up too high.
No, let's not bring that one up there, George Brett.
George Brett come furiously out of the pits, just running full steam ahead with the eye black. Nobody understands.
No, definitely not a 7 to 9 year old reference. First of all, talk about the sport of baseball. They know nothing about that.
An 80s reference, in fact, on top of that, I should say.
So Wyatt Thurman on that Yamaha closing the gap. Number 8 on Pine, the 58. Here they are going past the billboards. Gage Dunham taking advantage of this. He's stretched it to 3.4 seconds. But Kevin, you notice the leads, it's like they're to scale. Like 3.4 seconds doesn't seem big when you're watching B or Pro Sport, but it seems like a massive lead.
Yeah, it's a lot more bike lengths because the bikes are smaller.
Okay, so. That's right. Okay, there it is. Wyatt Thurman keeps closing down on Pine. Ryder Ellis kind of stuck there in fourth, not able to gain ground. Maverick Gish is fifth.
They have cleared so many trees on the perimeter of this racetrack that you can literally wrap this thing with spectators. I remember back in the day, it just kind of had trees up to the fence there, and you kind of had to poke in and take a look around. You can get a golf cart pretty much anywhere around this thing. It's lined with folks watching this 65, 7, and 9 class. So for some, this will be their first foray into the clutch machine, being 7 years old. And some of these kids, like Gage Dunham, probably going to be one of his last years in this 79 class. Move up to the bigger class. Be a senior in the class, get the Letterman's jacket.
Big man on campus.
Yep. Oh, there it is on the inside. And he went outside, just gave it right to him.
Wyatt Thurman.
8 of Thurman. He goes, all right.
Oh, and just as quickly as he makes the pass, he throws it away. On the face of that jump, little rut. Yeah, and he's gassing it through the infield. Oh, the frustration is, it's been 3-4 laps. Closing in, finally finds an opening, makes the pass, next turn, goes down. Let's see where Ryder Ellis would be now. That'd be the next rider in line. There he is.
Yeah, he was 6 seconds back, and that is no longer the gap. Probably a couple of seconds, which is still about 40 bike lengths.
And Maverick Gish in the number 5 spot, that'd be the next rider. So a good close-up there of the number 8, Wyatt Thurman. Thurman with that shifting technique you mentioned. Click. Like an old Indian scout with the hand shifter.
There you go. Gage Dunham, number 51. He is across the finish line right now. That is lap 5, a 2:20 lap time for him. Crowd is going crazy now. They want to get Darren Pine up there on that 58 machine. That's quite the distance now. 6 seconds. That is a long way to go.
There's Ryder Ellis on that 44. Can he take advantage of the mistake that Thurman made in front of him and try to get up on that podium? That's your first Moto winner. So third would be huge championship implications. Back to your leader, Gage Dunham, the Mohawk Warrior.
Gage Dunham with a 5th, Ryder with a 4th now. They both got a Moto win. So the edge would be with Ellis. Darren Pine with a 3rd and a 2nd. So he's got 5 points. Gage Dunham would have a 1 and a 5. That would be 6. Ryder Ellis will be a 1 and a 5. That's 5. So going to be all knotted up in that 3rd and final Moto. Don't even trouble these kids with math. They don't need to mess with that. That'll confuse them.
When does that Mohawk go away for Dunham? And then when he's 16 and he's finally bringing a girl home on a date, do they bust out the Mohawk photos to embarrass him?
Probably do.
In front of the girlfriend. Yeah, he used to have the Mohawk back when he was 9 years old. Thought that was cute. Thought it was cool.
Dad, really?
Oh, you guys really want to embarrass me like that? Come on.
Not cool.
How far can he carry it? Can he carry it all the way to the big bikes? What do you think? Any chance?
It's never been done.
Any chance
Have you ever seen
in the B class running the big Mohawk? Any chance of that?
That's just so the team manager could find Eli Tomac. Oh, there's Eli. He's out front.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
big orange Mohawk. That's all that's for. Can you imagine what that would look like? Getting ready on the gate, just a Mohawk flopping around. Eli Tomac. There's 51. We got to be getting close here. About 4 minutes to go, 4:31 to go in this moto. This is a long
These
moto.
are long motos for 65, 7 to 9.
That's 65. His name Blake Baggett.
Oh, riding style with Blake Baggett, dude.
Ryan Holiday, and you know who that is.
Yeah, my first time I came to Loretta's, I had not really ever seen 65 racing, because as odd as this might be, I'm from New Jersey, and they didn't allow it back then. You had to be 10 years old to race, so they just started on 80s. And I was like, man, never really watched these kids on 65s fly. And our old AMA manager back then, Steve Carnegie, oh, dude, you see a Blake Baggett on a 65? You can't believe the riding style of these 65 kids.
He went out to Glen Allen and saw Blake Baggett carving out some laps on a KX, I guess, 60.
It was impressive. Certainly led to good things for him.
He was right.
Yep.
100% right.
Yeah, I look back in 2002, that was that year, the 65 class in 2002, it is nuts. There are, I believe, 8 riders in this year's 450 Supercross top 15 in points. We're all in the same class. It's unbelievable. It was like Malcolm Stewart, Blake Baggett, Eli Tomac, Justin Barsha, Jason Anderson, all in the same class. On 65, 18 years ago.
And who would have thought they all stayed the course, all going to win a championship, just about all of them.
Yep. All right, I'm going to head on down. We'll be ready for the podium. Gage Dunham worked hard for this one, had to get around Pine. And then that battle for third will be interesting as well. Dunham deep in lap traffic. Oh, and a big cartwheel. Ryder Wren on the 21.
Jeez.
Going a lap down and then going down.
Oh, insult to injury. So let's see. Gage Dunham just barely able to avoid that chaos. Those are things that'll get you on the last lap. Dad's able to see the Mohawk come through the smoke. No big deal. And that race for the number 2 spot. Is that Wyatt Thurman? Has he caught up to the 58 of Darren Pine? He has. Kern went down. He's a bike length behind. He might have the pass made right here. Wyatt Thurman is just will not quit. There is the 58. It's just about in this part of the track where he was this close. He had made the pass, and the announcer's curse caught him. Pine not going to go outside on that one, but here he comes. He's going to go the long way around. He goes, that's where I fell last time. Not mess around there. So on the inside, challenging for that number 2 spot, Wyatt Thurman and Darren Pine on the 58 machine, Thurman on the 8 machine. So we'll see if the number 58 can hold him off. Darren Pine, lap number 7, 1 minute 55 seconds to go. We should see a white flag here in just a moment. Thurman has a shot on the inside. Can he keep it on 2 wheels? Oh, they're going to drag race to the step-up center part of the racetrack. Over that little step-down anthill thing, whatever you want to call it. The big sweeper, you can find him. He made the pass. Man, hard-charging Wyatt Thurman. Never gave up on that one. Got the whole shot. Got passed by a few guys, reeled him back in, got up to the number 2 spot, crashed, and now he's back in the number 2 spot with that pass going around Darren Pine on that 58 machine. Ryder Ellis still 4th, Johnsmeyer 5th, Gish is 6th, Moss 7th, Comerford, Johnson, and Walker round out your top 10 as we close in on the checker flag in this 65 7-9 class. There's your leader, the 51, Gage Dunham. He just might do it. He's got to avoid all the other lap riders, the track itself. Right around that big monster can, you can find Gage Dunham. Going to pull in for a swig. Wouldn't advise that. Don't have quite that lead. Going to go down to the 10 Commandments now. A few lap riders in front of him. He should be able to clear those guys. He's got some time to make a choice. Moves over to the right-hand side of the track, and just as I say that, he just about came up short 3 times in a row on those last 3 Commandments. These guys go 20 minutes. Wow. 65 cc's. Keeping their attention for anything more than a TikTok video is tough, so keeping them on the track for 20 straight minutes, there's some serious attention being paid here. They're not going to be worth anything after this. They will not pay attention to anything the rest of the day. You've used it up. 8 laps. They're going to get 9 laps into this thing. The number 51. 2:22 lap times, man. That's getting it on to 65, especially a 7:09 65. Around that big sweeper one last time. Blowing a kiss to his girlfriend. He sees her over there. Whoa. Wow. Don't blow any kisses just yet, buddy. 51 of Gage Dunham holding on. A few near misses in this last lap for Gage. The power of the Mohawk is strong. 2 more turns for Gage Dunham. A couple more lap riders. Stay away from him. I think Wyatt Thurman's still in the number 2 spot. Pine is 3rd. But we are watching Gage Dunham set himself up for a championship run. He finished 5th in the first moto, but he is going to win this second moto. So 5-1 moto scores. He's going to have 6 points going into that third and final moto, and he is going to be your winner. The 51, Gage Dunham, knocks out the second moto win. We are going to have some drama in that third moto. They're all going to be within a point of each other. Some happy people, you can hear them in the background as they roll up onto the podium. Little burnout. Dunham, Thurman, Pine, Ellis, and Johnsmeyer. There is the number 8 of Wyatt Thurman. That's a heck of a ride, buddy. Wyatt Thurman really dug deep to get that number 2 spot. There's the 58 of Darren Pine. He is still in this championship hunt. There's Jason Wygant really mucking up the shot. That little dude is hot. Get that helmet off of me. Give me some water. Spit that out first. Like you're at the dentist. Hey, man. Oh, there you go. Waves to the crowd. All those followers back home. That's how you do it. What's up, my man? That is Wyatt Thurman. Good ride. Checker flag continues to fly. We'll toss it on down. 2 hands looking into the glove. Jason Wygant with our podium.
All right, we are ready. We're going to hand out the gold medal. And this is about as pumped as I've seen somebody coming in for a finish line celebration. Even did a wheelie coming into the impound area here at the finish. This is how pumped the Mohawk Warrior is with the gold. Let's hear it for Gage Dunham. I mean, pumped right now. That's what we like to see. All right, yeah, Mohawk Warrior. Man, why are you so stoked? Is it just a moto win at Loretta's, or is there something extra big about this one?
It's always been my dream to actually win Loretta Lynn's, get a podium, win Loretta Lynn's. I mean, it means so much. Like, there's a lot of people watching, like Orange Brigade and all these other riders like Kawasaki. So it's really cool to get on the podium and show these people what I have and race.
All right, your first gold medal here, first one. Is that your first gold?
Yes, this is my first gold. It's a dream come true, yeah.
Yeah, dream come true. All right. Hey, you had a big battle with, oh, they're so stoked. You had a big battle with Darren Pine, man. That was a good race, huh? How was that? What was that like? Yeah,
me and Darren Pine trained with each other all the at Quick's Motor Ranch. You know what I mean? They're the best with Zach Mashburn and Kyle Rago training us. Me and him have really good battles, and I'm happy I have him as a friend.
That's cool. All right, who do you want to thank, Gage? Great stuff.
I want to thank Dream Team, my mom and dad, my grandma and grandpa coming out here. I want to thank Choyo and Wayo. I also want to thank 7, 100%, 60, Straight Lace. Also want to thank, I don't know. I also want to thank Lord and God to keep me safe. And 100%, and that's it.
There it is. Let's hear it for Gage Dunham. Awesome stuff. First ever moto win for Gage Dunham, and a good battle to get it done. And we will talk to our second place finisher who was right in that battle as well. He had the Stasek hole shot, and he kept fighting, even went down at one point, and still managed to come back and get second on his YZ65. So let's hear it for our second place finisher, Wyatt Thurman.
Thank you.
Hey, we saw you even go down after you got back into second, and then, man, you just kept charging. How'd you get back to the number 2 spot?
I got the whole shot, dropped back in the first corner, made a couple mistakes, and tried to get back up to second, passed second and went down, and then charged back up, got second again, and it's the end of the race.
Yeah, awesome. And Stasek Hole Shot Award, who do you want to thank?
Mom and Dad, Moose Racing, Parts Unlimited, Yamaha, 100%, and everyone else who supports me, or Bell, and everyone else who supports me, thank you.
Wyatt Thurman, your runner-up. And he didn't give up. That's the thing, man. He just kept digging even after the mistakes. And we'll talk to our third place finisher at a good ride as well. And a pretty good championship mix in this class. Hey, Darren. There's a bronze. Let's hear it for Darren Pine. Man, you're in a battle the whole way, man. Take me through that battle.
I don't really know. I didn't ride that good.
You'll be back for Moto 3 better than ever? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Who do you want to thank, Darren?
My mom and dad, 100%, Bees Moto Lab, Cobra, and my trainers, Zach and Kyle Regal, Shift, Fox, yeah, and everybody else, thank you.
Okay, Darren Paul.